Welcome back to the Algo Bros Trading channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can maximize your profits using simple support and resistance on major key levels, and how you can get setups just like these where you can get 5,000 points or 500 pips on any chart and any pair. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I did a trade last week that I showed in my previous video where I did a short, and it was right at the 4-hour support. It was a riskier trade where you typically do not want to sell at the support levels because that's where price typically catches support and reverses. And if you want to know how you can find these areas without the indicator, make sure you watch the end of the video, so I'll show you guys how you can do this yourself, just in case you do not have PropFirm Algo. So as I was saying, when I was in this short at the support level, I noticed that there was major rejection happening over and over again. So I closed out my trade. Luckily I did, because if I didn't close out this trade, this winning trade could have easily became a loss and price went the total opposite direction. When I closed out the trade, I called it a day and I just waited for the next opportunity the next day, and I'm very glad I did that. What you want to do is make sure that you're not selling at the very low of the 4-hour, and you don't want to be buying at the very top of the daily or the very top of the 4-hour channels. It's very important that you wait for the right setup. So even these sell signals, being that they're very close to the support area, I would not take these trades unless you're willing to risk a small amount. And that was exactly what I was doing in my last trade. I was willing to risk a small amount, but thanks to the top-down analysis feature and having a clear understanding of major support and resistance of the higher time frame while trading on the lower time frame, I was able to quickly make my decision to close out my trade before it became a loss. All right, so what you're looking for is opportunities to go long and entering at the 4-hour support or buying at the daily support. Here we have the indicator giving us the support areas by these white rectangles or light gray, and we have the resistance areas shown as green. The first thing that you want to look for is having a confirmation to the upside. This confirmation in this case is this white arrow. I'm going to use the playback, and starting from right here, this arrow here is telling us that we might see a reversal after this bearish confirmation. So being that price is very close to the 4-hour support and has quite some room to get to the daily resistance, this is a perfect opportunity to see price become bullish. So how do we know once it's bullish? Well, whenever this cloud is green, we could see that it is a bearish confirmation trend. The gray candles are giving us a notification that the trend has not been confirmed. The first thing that we're going to see is a possible reversal, as I said, with this arrow. The arrow is pointing up and it's white. And if we fast forward, we're going to see the next confirmation, which is the cloud turning white. Once the cloud turns white, that would be our second confirmation. And now having white candles, that would be our third confirmation. We always want to trade with the direction of the trend and with buying at the low or at the 4-hour support zone. So these lines right here are showing us our entry point. We can prepare ourselves to enter the market once price retests this area. These are called institutional entry lines. So I'm just going to put my entry position here and take the TP all the way to the very top of the daily resistance. And what this is doing is you are trading the higher time frame price action, but we're entering on the lower time frame. So we could put our stop loss right below the 4-hour major support and just wait for price to hit our entry point. So this is the time where you can sip your coffee, listen to music, set your alerts. And if you don't know how to set up alerts, you can simply just put your alert right here and setting your alert that way. Or if you're a lifetime member, you could get these signals from PropFirm Algo to notify you directly on your phone. Really cool. So we're we're just going to wait for price to come to our entry point, and this would be our time to enter. In this case, I'm entering on the B institutional entry line. This is a solid risk to reward ratio, a almost 1-to-3, and now we're gonna let the trade play out. It came really close to the 4-hour support, and that's why you want to put your stop loss right behind the 4-hour channel. And now you're gonna see price continue on, going to the upside and having a second retest of that cloud. And right there, this would have been another opportunity for you to enter. It makes it much clearer when you have a bullish confirmation like we have here with the cloud that we have presented with PropFirm Algo, and it gives us a clear understanding on the direction of the charts. Another thing that you want to take in consideration is the time that you're trading. Right here it says 1350 of Los Angeles. You don't want to be trading right before the market closes, because if you enter right before the market closes, you're going to get some serious swap charges. And those swap charges are when you get fees from holding trades over different session times. This is the most simplest way to trade and probably the most easiest way for you to make money in the market. But I would say that trading is the easiest, hardest thing you could ever do to make money. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of it also has to do with your psychology and your state of mind while trading. So yes, it looks fairly simple, and the way that I'm explaining it is very simple, but something you're going to have to work on is your state of mind while trading. For example, you don't want to have fear or greed while trading, because it's going to affect your decision making and it's going to lead to bad results. So having a strict emotional control is going to dictate your results while trading, and that just takes time. It takes time for you to get to know yourself and get to know how you respond to price movement and seeing those numbers on the screen while you're making or losing money. But don't worry, that will come with time. So just take it easy, be easier on yourself, and start little by little by using risk management. But we'll go deeper into that in another video. In this video, we're just going to continue talking about the technical analysis side of trading. So you could see here, based on these two signals, price did a whole entire movement of over 500 pips all the way to the 4-hour resistance. That is 5,006 points. That's a huge move. And notice that in this entry, I don't have my stop loss behind the 4-hour support. I actually just put it right below the resistance on this channel here. So this would give us a safe result, and it's still a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. An amazing trade. So what do we do if we don't have an auto support and resistance feature like PropFirm Algo that allows you to see the higher time frame support and resistance on any time frame? Well, let's go ahead and remove the auto support and resistance top-down analysis feature, which is this right here. We're going to turn this off. And now we're going to do it manually. What you're going to want to do is start at the higher time frame, and we're going to start by looking at the daily chart. So here we're looking at the daily chart, guys, and what you're going to do is go into TradingView and find the rectangle tool and look for confluence where you see candle closing and wicks, and just try to make these areas as tight as possible. You don't want to do huge zones like this, because once you're zoomed in on the 5-minute, it's not going to be precise like in the PropFirm Algo top-down analysis feature. You're going to want to make them really, really tight. And by really tight, I mean really tight. Notice that right here is the candle close, and right here is the wick. So this is going to be a good area as a daily resistance. We can go ahead and color the resistance a green color, so that way we know this is a daily resistance. And for the support, guys, we're going to look for areas where it's clear that the candles have rejected and that there's candle close and wicks all together in confluence where we have multiple confirmations. So right here, there's a candle close, and if I keep moving left, there's a candle close here, candle close there, and it all lines up pretty nicely all right here. Now, I would say that this is a little too big, so we're gonna make this as tight as possible right here. And you can see that this wick lines up with this candle close, this candle wick, this candle wick, this candle wick, and this candle close, this candle close. It all lines up fairly nice. So we're gonna color this one white, and that is gonna be our support area. And we're gonna do that also down here. And you're gonna do this on the start of your week, most likely on a Sunday before the market opens, which is gonna allow you to get ready for a trading week. You also wanna do this every week. You want to refresh your charts. You don't wanna have old areas that no longer have validity, and it just becomes a mess. You always want to keep your charts fairly clean. Now that we have our daily areas, we're going to go ahead and zoom in on the 4 hour by going into the 4 hour time frame and do the same thing. And by the way, look at these wonderful setups right here. Zero drawdown, absolutely beautiful. Right to the previous low. Right here, this trade was 83 pips, and right here, entering and then exiting at the previous high. Just a wonderful setup. So on the 4 hour, we're gonna do the same, and we're gonna look for areas that have confluence like these. And I'm gonna do another one that's right here as a 4 hour support. This one would be a resistance, coloring it green, and this one is a support. So now that we have our support and resistance on the 4 hour and on the daily, again, what we're looking for is for price to come down to the support area and going long right here and taking profit at the resistance areas. Now, this is the 4 hour time frame. It will take you quite some time to have price reach these areas, but the more that you're patient, the better trade setup that you're going to get. All right, a good example is this right here. Price came down to the 4 hour support, this previous rejection area where price previously was resistance, then it became support. And this was a sniper entry, absolutely beautiful. If we use our long tool, you could see right here to the daily resistance was a huge trade opportunity, 716 pips. Now, if it's your first time drawing up these areas and you're new to trading, it can be a little tricky. You might draw them way too big and it might just look all crazy, very messy, which you don't want to do. It's going to make you more confused. It's better for you to just use something that already works, like PropFirm Algo, and use the auto support and resistance feature that they have that is also a top-down analysis feature. So if we go ahead and zoom in on, let's say, the 3 minute, we're still going to get these zones plotted up exactly where we want them, guys. So instead of having these that you draw up, it just looks much cleaner when you have the algorithm do it for you. And if you're watching this video and haven't signed up to PropFirm Algo, I highly suggest that you do, because they're having a huge discount with $310 off on top of the 82% off on the lifetime membership. If you go to join now, you're going to see that the price is at a $4,999 final price. So I joined when it was only $399. It's going up, guys, so you want to hurry up before it's too late for you to join at such a low price. It's very simple, guys, and instead of paying $888, you're just going to type in save 35. And once you hit apply, you're going to see that the price goes all the way down to only $577. It's a really great deal. Well, that's all for now, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you found that this video was informative, give it a like and subscribe, because I'm bringing it to you for free. And it costs nothing to just give it a like and hit that sub button. Stay up to date. Algo Bros bringing you the trading content for free. And thank you so much for everybody who tuned in today. Drop a comment if you have any questions and I will get back to you guys. See you on the next one. Enochian, part of Algo Bros. I'm out.